What's up, everybody? What you are looking at is probably one of the most beautiful scale trail trucks that I have ever seen personally. It's an RC4 drive Trail Finder 2. I guess this is what they call the Marty truck or the McFly truck. This is an outstanding piece. Oh my God. Now this thing belongs to Clint. Clint is my fiance's son. He has been looking for a trail truck for quite some time now, and was fortunate enough to find this about 50 miles away. I am not going to disclose what he paid for this thing. He got a screaming deal on this truck. Now, when he brought it over, what he brought it over for, I should say, was just some nut and bolt stuff. I don't know that these wheels and tires are the original wheels and tires that came on this thing. I'm thinking that they're not, but the tires themselves on the bead locks, the bead lock was assembled, I just want to say assembled incorrectly, and so the bead lock wouldn't hold the bead, so the tires slid off the beads, and we took them all apart last night and put everything back together correctly, or as correct as we possibly could. Ran into some really strange things with this, but at the same time some really awesome things, because it just brings up or brings out the scale realism of this truck. These wheels are a 3-piece wagon wheel, so 155 wheel, and rather than have the cap screws for hex driver, these are actually 6-sided nuts. And had it not been for Eric being here last night, we would have never been able to get these wheels apart. He had a toolkit in his truck for his motorcycle that had the correct size socket for the lugs on this thing, and it basically saved the day of getting it all back together. So Eric, I appreciate that. You saved us a ton of headache, but we were able to get them apart, put them back together. One of the wheels isn't clocked exactly right, so I need to disassemble that one again and put it back together. It's just the face of it doesn't line up correctly. I thought it was at the time, and we were all give out, so we just put it back together to get up on 4 tires and have it complete. The other thing that we did was the front bumper was a little loose. Had to tear the body apart and reattach it properly like it should have been. And then today I took it for him to have it converted over to a Dean's setup. The factory ESC is now converted over to LiPo with Dean's, and so he can run a LiPo battery and doesn't get a lot more run time than he would with the nickel metal battery that came with the truck. Now this is a hard body truck. It does have a full interior. The tailgate drops, and the hood also raises. And up under the hood is one of the most detailed 22RE model motors that I've ever seen. It's astounding the amount of detail that is in this thing. And I'll open the doors in just a minute and open the hood and show you guys what I'm talking about. But pristine rig. It's a little tight as far as the suspension. I think there's some ways to get a lot more out. Let me get the camera off the stand and we'll open the doors and I'll show you some things about it. But this is one of the most ridiculously scale rigs I have ever seen in my life. I'm going to do this with my hands, fellas, so just bear with me. But look at this. Full depth interior. Front seats, the jump seat in the back even. Highly detailed dash. I'll open the other side in just a second. But it's got the manual transmission shifter and the shifter for the transfer case, and even a set of cup holders between the seats. The driver's side, again, ridiculous amount of detail right down to the pedals on the floor. I mean, it's incredible. The doors are a little tough to open, and that's a good thing. So if he ever takes it out to trail, wouldn't have a problem with it. And I believe there's a magnet, see? But they're a little tough to open, and so that's not a bad thing at all. So if he should decide to take it out and trail it, Shouldn't have a problem with them things just opening up at any given time. As far as the tailgate, see the Toyota livery on the back. And again, full depth bed. Now it is missing the roll bar. There's supposed to be a roll bar back here. That roll bar's not here, but you can see the pot or the holes for them. We don't know where those are. There's a hole there. There's a hole over there, and there's a hole back here also, for it right there. Don't know if he'll find one or try to find one. I know RC4WD Drive does carry them. It would look amazing on there. And then the front and rear bumpers are metal. Nice set of bumpers, and it does have a receiver hitch underneath also. It's just a little hidden. If the camera will show it, you see it down there. Whether he'll put one on it or not, I have no idea. It does not have LEDs right now. I'm hoping that he'll decide to do it and put the LEDs on it, because if anything ever deserved it, it's this one. Again, the front end is missing the front KC lights. I don't know where they are. He didn't get them. I believe the other owner just may have taken them off. But metal bumper, it was a little loose. We had to reattach it. That was a job in itself. There was a set of sliders underneath it, and for some reason they cut them off rather than just take them off. So there's an issue there also, but that's something we can correct if he chooses to do so. Highly detailed, full scale 22 RE. Oh my God, battery, fuse box. You know, there's a cold air intake on it. The master cylinder for the brakes over there on the firewall. Radiator, the whole nine. This is the craziest thing I've seen in a long time. I thought the Jeep body that I put on my rig was detailed. This is leaps and bounds ahead of mine, and just incredible. Right down to a prop rod, as a prop rod to hold the hood up. Ready for LEDs on the front end also for the headlights and the turn signal on the outside. I'm not sure if the marker lights down below the headlights are LED ready. They possibly may be. I didn't notice it last night. But my God, man. That is gorgeous. Again, set up on 155s. I don't know if those are the stock tires or not, but they look decent on it. I'm not sure about the SR5 decals on the side, if he'll leave them or not. My opinion, it would look better without them, especially if you're trying to do the original, truck from Back to the Future. Man, what a gorgeous truck. So there it is, Mr. Clint's RC4WD Drive Trail Finder 2. And one of the coolest things, I'm hoping this camera will pick it up. It's a sticker on the back window. Hill Valley High. Right out of Back to the Future. That is the coolest thing ever. And then this one over here, little bumper sticker. That's pretty cool. Sick truck. Thank you guys for taking a look. Again, bear with me. I'm still in the process of figuring all of this out as far as where we're going to be putting everything as far as the shop goes. You guys take real good care. Take care of yourselves. Hope everybody's healthy, happy. Check on your neighbors. And until the next